What am I doing here against Karma, Elise? Don't you think Bloodsworn Pledge is a hidden gem? You know, I did think that for a little bit of time. I'm not proud of it. I was thinking, you know what? This Bloodsworn Pledge card feels like a hidden gem. I tried it. I don't know. It felt really bad, but that was like 3 months ago. I was actually looking at it just like 2 days ago. No. Sorry, it was actually just yesterday. I was looking at it just yesterday and I was like, you know what, guys? This Bloodsworn Pledge card looks like a hidden gem. And that's just because I haven't played it in the past 2 months. I mean, it's gotta be doo-doo, right? So we're in a sort of interesting scenario where I think he's the aggressor. With 2 denies in hand, stopping a Brood Awakening is pretty big. We need to play this extremely passively. I mean, if he has like stuff like Brood Awakening, then he has the ability to be the aggressor here. Otherwise, not really. I mean, if that's like a land unit, then I can like get some good value out of Ezreal, but I'm pretty screwed on my Ezreal here. I don't think I can waste it either. I think I just have to pass. It's a weird matchup. It's very skill based. Which is, I mean, basically, we should have enough over the top to burn him down. He's playing like Spider Karma or Spooky Karma or whatever you want to call it.
I don't fight.
We should have enough threats to burn him down to tear through his lifesteal. And he doesn't really have enough aggression to counter us in the early game. Normally. Although sometimes if he draws like Brood Awakening and I draw like none of my early tools, then he definitely can counter our early game stuff. I want to use one of these rummages here. I think I might mulligan away. I might discard Will. I think Will is not going to be useful enough here. I don't know. It's not useful at all. These are almost the 2 least useful cards I could have drawn. I mean, I can play one Ezreal now.
Time for a true display of skill.
When you mulligan, do the cards you put back get shuffled into the deck or put on bottom? They get shuffled back, but I think it's like blacklisting the specific copies that you mulliganed away for the draw during mulligan. So it's like, you've got a deck, right? You draw 4 cards, okay? And then you mulligan 2 of them away.
Better things to do.
So these 2 cards go into a pocket, and then you draw 2, and then the 2 cards in the pocket get shuffled back into the deck after that. I think that should be how it works.
I will play my part.
To be honest, I don't know for sure, but I think that's how Hearthstone's mulligan system worked, and it wouldn't really make any sense to not design it like that, to be honest.
Obstacle? Meet Gauntlet. I know you're thinking and stuff, but could you maybe speed things up a little?
I'll just do this. I don't know. The difference between Ezreal having like 2 and 3 health doesn't matter much. Like 2 health keeps him out of Vile Feast and a Withering Wail. But 2 health Ezreal is kind of the same as 3 health Ezreal in this matchup, so it's kind of like a free point of damage. I have to chill here. I don't know. I mean, using second Ezreal as Mystic Shot is like insanely committal. I just can't do it. And I can't use second Rummage either. We basically just have to chill. We have no options but chill. Hearthstone Mulligan does not work that way. You can redraw a card you mulligan. The individual copy? Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I was pretty sure you couldn't with Hearthstone. Maybe I'm misremembering and thinking about something else. You draw a different copy? Because yeah, I thought in Hearthstone it didn't allow you to draw that copy of the card you mulliganed away. You can only draw other copies. But I might just be confusing it with another game then. This is pretty sad, dude. We kind of can't really do much right now. Like I can't commit the second Rummage. I can't get any value out of this Thermo Beam. This is where, like, you know, you'd really like to have your stabilizers. I don't know. 3 jury rig honestly might be kind of trolly.
This cannot happen.
I have 1 purify in my deck, and when I mull it, it came back. And you're talking about during that mulligan. It's not on the top of the draw. Yeah, I mean, I can't really throw away Ezreal here. I mean, I can stop 1 damage. It's not really gonna change too much. I mean, I can try to Mystic Shot this. I think I'll probably just have a glimpse. I think Mystic Shotting that is too weak. I'll just will this. I basically just am not gonna get very good value out of Will, I think, at any point in this matchup. This is just not a good Will matchup. He doesn't really play anything big. He's just stalling out in the same exact way I am. He has a little bit more early aggression. And yeah, this is where Highwayman would really pay off, especially because, like, against these 1/1 spiders, a Highwayman is worth 2 1/1 spiders. Blizzard has said it removes it from the mulligan draw 100%. Maybe they changed it at some point during Hearthstone, and that's why there's, like, conflicting results. Like, some of you guys are saying it works one way, and some of you guys are saying another. I'm pretty sure at least after a certain point in Hearthstone, it works the way I'm saying it works. Because Blizzard has said it removes it from the mulligan draw. Like, it has to. And that's how every mulligan system like this would logically be designed. But I mean, nobody's 100% sure how exactly the algorithm works for the Runeterra mulligan. They haven't told us. It's not an unexpected glimpse. I think that's kind of like the only spot where I for sure won't need spell mana, so that I can use Thermal Beam. Double Vile Feast. Setting up for something? Okay. I don't really want him chumping down Yon. I'd be pretty happy to trade into the 3/3.
Only I can quell the wind.
So, not having, like, Mystic Shot mana is, like, slightly unfortunate. I'd be shocked if it mattered here. He's probably got something for the Ezreal anyway. But yeah, this is why, like, Spooky Karma. This matchup is one of the reasons why Spooky Karma has been shifting a bit more aggressive these days. Like, they run more spiders and less spooky. Like, a lot of them are cutting, like, Ruinations or cutting down on Ruinations. Because early versions of Spooky Karma were literally at 3 Ruinations. Now some of them are at, like, 1. Some of them are at 0. Some of them are still at 2. But everyone's cutting down on Ruinations. Yeah, I think I'll just chill.
Where there is life, there is hope.
Yeah, that's one of the downsides of tapping out against that deck. It kind of like just allows them to play Spooky Karma. So using Thermal Beam at all might just be a mistake. It's like newer versions of that deck are running Glimpse. It's so easy for them to be on stuff that punishes you, basically.
Night falls.
I miss Ephemeral mid-range. It was actually a really cool deck, the combo deck with like Death March and Dark Water Scourge. It was low-key big brain deck, that one. I liked that. Can Spooky Karma beat Demacia without Ruination? Yeah, sure. It's, I guess, a bit unfavored, but not really that much. I mean, they're curving a little bit more early game, right? They're curving a bit more light. Like, you have plenty of removal, and you have the ability to basically just, like, chump their units forever until your Karma comes down, right? It's like, it doesn't really matter if they have a board if you just have infinite spiders and you're just blocking every turn, right? Took Ephemeral midrange to a tournament last week and got bodied. The old list isn't as good anymore. Yeah, I think when I get off my stream tonight, I'm just gonna start trying to plan out my lineup for this week's Monokuma tournament.
I will play my part.
I want to make sure I've got a good lineup this week.
You cannot escape.
I might just Mystic Shot this Shadow Assassin. We don't have Karma yet, which is pretty sad. If we don't draw Karma in the next like couple draws, we're just gonna lose no matter what. We do have Deny, which is fairly nice here, but obviously it's been bricked out for a bit. And we can't really rummage into Karma very easily. It's really, really important. Because we've already used one rummage especially, it's really important to save the second rummage. It's a second glimpse. Yeah, second glimpse. That feels pretty bad. I have to let that through.
Master.
Pretty sure I don't have a choice. I mean, his hand is already like really flooded. And try to my hand the Ezreal one.
The order rewards its faithful.
Could save Deny. I could see that. Are there tournaments for EU? Yeah, there's plenty. I mean, the Monokuma tournament I'm talking about runs EU tournaments. I think the Jamfest one was running EU as well, right? Or was that just NA? I thought that had an AU bracket as well. So it just depends on whether he's tapping out for Deny, basically. I don't know. Normally, I would be in a position where, like, if you have Karma, it can be pretty important to be banking your mana. Yeah, I think we just lose. If we had Karma, I think we'd be pretty fine. This feels bad. I mean, if I Thermo now, it'll probably straight up force out a Deny. Which is, you know, I mean, it's not terrible. I actually think I have to Thermo now. I think I have to, what the heck? That was weird. I don't know, I have to play for some long odds here. Your draws were pretty awful this game. Yeah, they felt bad. So yeah, against like older versions of Spooky Karma, this is a favored matchup for this deck. Against like the newer versions of like Spider Karma that just play a lot more of the Spider package, I think it's a lot more 50-50.
Ionia.
It's fairly big. Your mic is weird. Did something just change?
Dark beckons.
Return to us.
It cannot hide.
I can just fold now, I think. We're super out.
Night falls.
Like, what even turns this around? We've got maybe one more turn. Spooky Karma, 0 cares if Karma dies. They often do, yeah. That's the thing. I mean, that's why I don't want a Thermo Beam there, because it's likely he'll have a way to revive her. But I think I have to take a chance. I mean, I don't really have anything else in this situation. But yeah, obviously it's long odds that we can accomplish anything off of that. Yeah, he'll have answers for everything I do. And actually, it basically can't matter what I play. My Ezreal's still 4 out of 8. I can take a Static Shock now. That's probably one thing I can do. Because the Yone will level up the Ezreal anyway. It's pretty expected. I mean, got Deny out of him, but I don't think it's a very valuable Deny, so it's not a very valuable shock. Oh well. He'll always have Deny mana, no reason not to static. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is a large part of the reason why I've been liking this version of Spider Karma a lot more. Like, where you play for the early game board and, like, play a lot of chumps. I guess I have to deny one of those. And what's the point? Is Spooky Karma the best way to play Karma? Yeah, the, like, spider-heavy version. I personally think it is, yeah. I don't know, a lot of people are messing around with other versions of Karma. Like, I think this Ezreal deck, I personally really like the Navori Highwayman in this deck. I think it's pretty great. Should Karma be reworked? No. I don't think she should be reworked. I don't even know if she's necessarily overpowered. But even if she's a little overpowered, I don't think you need a full on rework now. Turn your voice louder or your game a little more quiet.
Did it move?
Quite the dish.
Yeah, I think my voice is actually a little bit quieter than it was before. Part of the problem is I just like lean back away from my microphone too much. I have no choice but to chill here. If I top that Karma, it might not necessarily be too late.
I must get out of here.
He's actually at a 4-card hand. He's kind of crazy low, honestly. If I top that Karma, it might not actually be too late here. Okay, it's too late. If I rummage... I think I have to rummage here. I have to rummage into Karma after playing Chump Wump. I don't really have anything to discard. And even if I find the Karma, it's only good if I find like Karma and then my third rummage. That's what I'm playing for here, I guess. That's really weak. But I mean, it's kind of a chance. Okay. All right. We lost the voice. Hands.
No.
Bro, he doesn't have an answer to Ezreal. My Ezreal isn't even leveling up, dude. I don't even have a leveled Ezreal.
Don't blink or you'll miss me.
Yeah, this Karma card is pretty. She's pretty alright. She's pretty okay. She was one of the cards that I underrated the most going into the game from like the preview patches. I didn't expect her to be very good, but yeah, she's very good. And it's a lot more doable to like stall games out to that point. And even without Enlightening, she does have the ability to provide you some value. And she piggybacks on certain interactions. Her ability to interact with like Ezreal and Rekindler are pretty necessary for her being a valuable card. I can't really imagine a way this game turns into a win. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Even if I draw Karma, I don't think it'll actually help. Honestly, Static Shock into Karma is actually almost a thing. That could actually kind of almost get there. Static Shock flips the Ezreal, and then we have the Karma. And then we top deck a Rummage, and then we Rummage for a draw 4, and then we hit like all the other like and then we hit a second Chump Wump. Okay, it'll just happen all like that. That'll be perfect. If it just happens all like that. Do you think Riot will eventually limit certain cards to 2 of or 1 of per deck? That's like what, Yu-Gi-Oh style basically, where it's like limited and semi-limited.
Oh, take your time, pal. It's not like I've got better things to do.
I think it's extremely unlikely. That kind of design works a lot better for paper cards that they can't really as easily directly nerf or change otherwise.
We must make our own.
He's attacking with Karma, which is quite interesting.
It's too late for you.
What does he have? 3rd deny? I mean, his deck.
Excuse you.
His deck doesn't actually like do that much damage. Like 2. How does his deck actually reach 2? It doesn't run like Mark anymore. Doesn't the deck have like 0 over the top? Like, I guess he could have gotten something from the random Karma things. But that's basically it, right? I really wonder what my options here are.
Escape.
Just try this. Sometimes random atrocity. Yeah, there's like there's random. There's like probably 4 or 5 cards in the random category that'll get him some over the top. For including like ones from combat for sure. Probably the most Hail Mary play ever. I can't. I mean, okay, so it's like Static Shock draws me Karma, and then my top deck is Chump Wump. And then he doesn't deny this. Okay. I mean, even a like a glimpse or something would stop the Ezreal from flipping here. Ready to Poro him out? I'm trying, dude.
Check me out.
Yeah.
It's not
Right.
bragging if you could back it up.
I'm trying to think, like, what makes much of a difference here?
I thought you'd never ask. Charge!
Okay, I'm gonna do it again. No pause, no hesitation, no fear. You have to fear the mushroom.
We burn, then kindle anew.
Oh, what an easy game. That wasn't so hard. Deck doesn't even need Karma. Honestly, we could just cut it. Because I don't fucking draw it anyway.